Hey guys, Sean Lentz here from Appalachian DIY, and today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing to this brand new enclosed trailer to make it a little bit better. We're going to have a little mini series with this. There's going to be a couple videos of how we take this brand new trailer and make it even better. The first couple things that we're going to be doing is the floor. It's just like the bare wood floor. We need to protect that because I'm going to use this as a trailer for my side business. We cut lawns and stuff. So we're going to be putting fuel and oils and lawnmowers and stuff in here. So we want to be able to protect the floor so it doesn't look all jacked up and nasty. We also want to put some slip stuff on the ramp of this to make it a little bit easier to get up and on. We're also going to do some lighting and stuff on the inside to help improve that as well. And also the last thing that we're going to be doing is an undercoat on the underside of this trailer, because all enclosed trailers, unless you get a real top of the line one, has a just bare wooden floor. So that's where it rots out the quickest. So we're going to try to alleviate that. So we're going to wrap all that into a little mini series for you guys and show you exactly how we're going to be doing this. So stay tuned. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to address the floors. This is a brand new floor. It almost kind of reminds me of like the Advantech stuff. It seems to have like a waxier coating on the top of it. And if we're putting epoxy floor on here, we need that epoxy to be able to adhere. With that waxy coating on top, it's not going to adhere very well. So this is the very first thing we're going to do, is we're going to prep for that on the inside by sanding it down with 80 grit sandpaper with a sander. Just lightly going over everything, scuffing it up. That way it gives something for that epoxy to adhere to really well. I plan on putting down epoxy and a little bit up the walls, kind of make it like a dish, just in case something spills and it goes against the wall. There's a little bit of protection on the side as well. So we're going to start that today. We'll do a little time lapse of it. Just stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be mixing up our epoxy and putting it on our floor. I had two options to do this. The first being putting down a very light coat over the floor that's raw that we just sanded, and then coming back with our base coat with pigment in it, and then painting that on and throwing chips on top of that, and then coming back and clear coating. Our second option is to just put down our straight base coat, chip it, and then clear it on top. I was a little afraid that we're going to be super tight with material for doing it the first way. The reason I thought about doing that is the guys that I've seen doing this always complain about the wood soaking in the epoxy and having to do a second coat on it. So that's why I thought maybe we can just do a really thin coat, but that would have been cutting it really super close. This is a 7x14 trailer. It's around like 120 square feet, because we're going to go up the sides a little bit also. So we're really cutting material close with that first option. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to just put down our straight base coat, put it down pretty heavy. Hopefully it doesn't draw in. This type of trailer has like an Advantech style particle board on it, which is super tight knit, very smooth, so it shouldn't have a lot of voids to fill in. And it also has some type of like resin or something on it also, which is a good reason why we sanded it, but it also shouldn't soak some of that in so hard. So what we're going to do right now is we have the Poly 85. This stuff does not set up as quick as the 90 when it's rolled out, so it gives us a little bit more time, because I got Parker here with me. He's going to be helping me out, so we're a little crunched for time, but I think we'll be able to do it with the 80. We have a 5-quart mixing, and we also have a medium gray that we're going to be adding to this, 16 ounces per gallon. So we're going to mix that into 5 quarts. We have Bear's Cover Pro. This is their 3/8 nap. These are a little bit different than your really super cheap ones. These are kind of like very, how do I describe that? Like a really cheap carpet, and this one's a really expensive one. Super tight knit, it's very smooth, and it's super close together. This one's kind of just like a really cheap rug. So we're gonna use this. Hopefully it smooths it out a whole lot nicer. We got that on a roller here. What else? How we're going to do this is we're going to work both sides, painting up a little bit and out, and then I'm gonna roll. As soon as we get to like a quarter of the way back, we'll throw chips on it, because you're supposed to throw it within, I believe, 15 minutes of having this stuff down. Probably take us a half an hour at least to get all the way here to the back, so we'll cut it up into sections and throw chips as we go. For chips, we have the Arctic Cat, I believe is what it is. It's the green mixed in with the gray and black and white flake. I really like that. That kind of goes with some of our logos and stuff with the green, so I think that's going to work out really nice with that. Give it a little bit of a color pop. So, okay. Are you ready? Because once we mix this, there's no going back.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. So, to mix this, we mix part A. Let me see. We got part A. That's this one right here, the yellowish looking one. We're going to mix that with our pigment. Now remember, this is, maybe shake this a little bit. This is the medium gray. This goes, like I said, 16 to 18 ounces per gallon. So we're gonna throw that in here. I don't know what would be easier if we measured out this or the I guess it'll just be 1 pint heavy all the time.
Yeah.
So we'll pour this out.
Huh. Oh, I just...
We're on a slight little slope. Set that to the side. Okay, then we'll mix in our part A. Now this is going to go to, what are we going to? 2 quarts. But it'll actually be 5 because we throw on the 5 pints, yeah.
It's kind of cool. Hello.
Alright, cap on that, sir. Start mixing this. So for cleanup, we are supposed to have xylene. I do not have that. Yeah, don't go any faster than that. Hold it above the bottom.
Like this?
Go faster. Okay, that should be it for that one. Just put that right there. So part B, here we go.
Oh geez, that's like white. Clear.
Oh, it is really clear. Okay. We're still good.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Careful, Parker, with that drill.
Got it.
Alright, that's good enough. Because it's a little wider at the top, so. Okay.
Whoa.
Trash? Can you see it?
Yep.
Alright. Oh no! Too fast. This stuff is surprisingly thin. So what we did is we just hand brushed up the side of the walls, probably about 2.5 to 3 inches, and then we just rolled everything else on. We made sure that we went really heavy, and we did it in like 3 sections or 4 sections, and we just tossed chips on after each section. Then we took a leaf blower and just kind of blowed them back into the already chipped area, and then just went ahead and did the next section. So getting the walls is a little bit more difficult, obviously, but just throw it up against there. That's pretty decent. And then just take a handful and you just kind of broadcast it out. Parker, you want to hold that while I do it?
Yep.
Just take a handful like this, broadcast. Try and get even coverage. So we definitely lose a lot against the wall. That's okay. Not a big, huge deal. Okay. And then we'll take, Parker, stand out here. And we'll take our leaf blower. Since we're doing this in sections, we got to keep this clean. Ready to go for the next section. So when we rolled this stuff, guys, I ended up overlapping the chips probably about by 2 inches, just to make sure I got coverage. I probably wouldn't do that again because it did make a double, almost a triple layer there, and it made a little bit of a hump. You're definitely not going to see it, but I know it's there. So I would just make sure that you guys blow the chips back really good and just go right to the edge of where you left off. All right, so the very next step that we need to do is we need to get all of the loose flakes off of here, so that way we can put on our clear top coat. What they recommend is that you scrape them off. Unfortunately, Concrete Supply did not have their scraper on their website at the time, so I went ahead and bought one from Amazon. Unfortunately, I thought it would be like a cheaper model. This thing is like super stiff. They recommend one that has a little bit more flex to it and rounded corners, which I was just going to grind off. I'm a little worried about using this one because it's so stiff. I don't really want to like brush all the chips off. So instead of that, what I'm going to use is just a drywall mud knife. The blade is a little bit more flexible. I'm going to leave the corners alone because I still want to use this for drywall. We'll just be careful that we don't gouge it, because that's what the corners will do, and we'll just kind of do it by hand. So we'll scrape all this stuff loose. We'll probably broom it and take the leaf blower to it, get all that loose stuff out of there, ready to clear coat this evening. It's been about 20 hours. When I woke up this morning, this stuff was already super hard and really good. So really pleased with it. So let's just keep going at it. All right, guys, for the very last part, we need to do our top coat. And what's really nice about this Poly 85, it acts as the base coat with some pigment and also the top coat. It's an all-in-one thing, which is why I picked it. It's super simple. All we're going to add to this is some monkey grip, and all this is some grit that goes in the top coat. Helps you from keep making it super slick. Obviously, we're going to be putting equipment in here. It might get wet, some oils and stuff, so we do want some traction. So we're going to put some monkey grip in here. Now this says mix this entire container into 5 gallons, so we'll probably use maybe a quarter of this in our 1 gallon here. That'll be just fine. We also have our 24-inch squeegee, and then we have, again, that Bear nice thick nap roller. That's a 9-inch, and of course our mixer. What we've been using is just these throwaway trays. They have actually been working out really well, so you don't have to worry about cleaning them. This stuff is supposed to be cleaned with xylene. I don't have that. We have acetone. It doesn't work the best. Definitely get xylene. I should have bought some, but we didn't. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll pour these together, mix for 2 minutes, and get going.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, undo that. Push down, twist. All right, dump them in at the same time. Again, the reason we use the Poly 85 is because it sets a little bit slower than the Poly 90. So that's why we chose this stuff. And we took an hour to roll that base coat on, and that was plenty of time. It wasn't like tacking up or anything. This has like amazing pot life, which means that it stays in the bucket or whatever you have until you actually spread it out really long. So really well, really impressed. All right, flip it up and then cap it. Chuck it over there. Wipe your hands off. Perfect. And then we'll take some of this, sprinkle some of this in. Okay, it's about a quarter. Good with that. And then we'll mix. You want to mix?
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
Hold on steady.
Yep. Dip this all the way, right? So just dip it like halfway, like this,
Okay.
right? And then put it on nice and thick, okay? Like that. Like that. You have to dip it a couple times because this isn't a very thick brush. So just make sure you do the top first. You'll have some run down, okay? And you always go back and just hit that, man. So start working here. Let me get this side real quick. Okay, good. Start from this corner, work your way this way. Let me pour some of this down. I'll get started with this. Brush the edge. Okay, so the process that we used that worked out really well is we poured the epoxy down in sections, squeegeed it so it would kind of roll out a little better, and then used a roller to smooth everything out. Because we did get some lines with the squeegee, but the roller made everything nice and smooth and made sure that it got in everywhere we needed it to. Alright guys, that's it for this video for our enclosed trailer. We have a couple more videos that we're going to be doing with some upgrades that we do to that, so make sure you stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and head over to Appalachian DIY for more videos. Thanks again guys, and I hope to see you next time.